Alright, so before we go any further, I just want to take a moment and explain Coordinate Reference System or CRS to you, okay? It's really important you understand it because otherwise you would have issues with your maps, okay? And a lot of times they're not always going to look. Anyway, you'd get what I'm trying to explain when I illustrate it. So first of all, when you create a new project, now that project is given a certain projections, whether it's planar or as geographic, it's given a certain projection. Mostly it's a planar projection. Okay, so as you can see, as I move my cursor, the coordinates section changes. All right, good. So what do I want you to understand here? I want you to understand that the first part of your project, um, when you create a new project, it's given a certain projection. The moment you add a shapefile to it, okay, so the moment you add, let's say Ghana admin 0 to it like this, what you see is that it changes. It automatic. There's a score on the fly projection. It changes the projection of the project to the projection of this data. If you do not have background to coordinate reference systems, I think you really have to look at how it works. The whole idea is that reference systems just allow you to be able to work in a certain geographic area. Okay, basically, I'm not so sure how to put it. So every country has a reference system that works for it. Let me just show you something over here. I'm going to the properties here. I just want to show you the project reference systems. So every project has a reference system. You can create a reference system for the project. Now this is the reference system for this project. WGS 84 is mostly used. This is the projected one. So if I should change it to a different, let me keep changing and then you observe something. I think I should rather use these ones. Now you see that everywhere I go to, it shows, look, focus on this map. Everywhere I go to, it shows the most best place this reference system can work. Some of them work locally, as in it for instance, this Ghana meter grid, it's best designed for Ghana. That means it was designed with Ghana in mind. Okay, but if you come to WGS 84, because it's a world reference system, it can suit anywhere in the world. Basically, it works anywhere in the world, right? So all I'm just trying to say is that you have to be conscious of coordinate systems. Most people are not conscious of them, and so they finish their work and things don't fall together. Let me just show you another reason why you have to understand coordinate systems. You can follow my videos by subscribing to the channel and consider leaving a thumbs up on this video. Thank you. I'm going to add another let me just add the rest of the, so admin 1 and admin 2. Now you have three reference systems. They fall on each other. So because they fall on each other, they are in the same coordinate system. That's how come they fall on each other. I'm just going to right click on it and I'm going to edit properties. I'm going to source, okay, or information. Let me just go to source. Now in the source, it tells you that they are in WGS 84. Okay, that's 4326. Every reference system has an EPSG code. So this one is 4326. I'm going to change the reference system for this admin 0 to, let's say, Ghana meter grid. Okay, and I'm going to show you something. I hope it worked. Good. So you see that it doesn't fall anywhere on them again. It's somewhere else. Where is it now? Zoom out a bit. I'm just going to zoom out. Actually, let me right click and go to zoom to layer. It's at its own place. It's no more together with the others. That's because I've changed its 0 point or its reference system. That's how important reference systems are. If you do not understand them, you would always have inconsistencies like this. You would expect something to fall on another, but it ends up falling somewhere else. Then sometimes you get it falling in the sea, sometimes you get it anyway. So that's just what I want you to understand about reference systems. So in order to get what you need, it means you need to return this. So you need to make them all have the same reference system. So you're working in WGS84 like this. Okay, so when I hit on OK like this, I see that it returns back to where it was. Okay, good. So it's the reference system. So by now you might be able to drive that every reference system shifts the map to a certain location. That's because every reference system has a starting point. Okay, yeah. So take note of the reference system you want to work on, and I suggest you actually find out the best reference system for your country. Every country has a local reference system that works for them. Otherwise, if you don't know, just stick to WGS84 because it is well known and it is widely used for global work. So you stay on WGS84 until you are sure how you can proceed with reference systems. Okay. So for now, let's stick with WGS84. That's just all I wanted you to know about reference systems. The last thing I want you to know is that apart from setting the project reference system, every shapefile its reference system can be changed. That's what I did earlier on. Okay, so you can change the reference system for every shapefile, but you don't have to. The way QGIS is designed, you don't have to go about interfering with reference systems. The moment you start working on a reference system, all of them are automatically converted to that reference system, except when you are importing a data shapefile that is designed or created on a different reference system, for which you would probably have to align with these ones by changing its reference system to WGS84. Okay, as we go on, you would probably get what I'm trying to explain to you. But for now, that's just all I want you to know.